All right, we've gone through these top tools, and now our next tool is the text tool. And there's actually two types of text you can do. You can just click once, and then basically you're just making what's called point text. And so your text will go to the right as long as you keep typing, unless you hit returns, obviously. The other type of text that you can make is area text. So this is probably the one that's a little better in our context, right? So now when you do this, you'll notice that it naturally wraps, right? And that's pretty handy there. Let me get rid of that. Oh no, right? So obviously we set everything over in the right here, right? So we can set our different typefaces, and I hope everyone knows how to install fonts on your computers. It's really easy on a Mac. You just download the files, double click on them, and install them with FontBook. Anyway, what we could do over here is change our font sizes, right? And these are all in pixels. Change the font style. So if there's semi-bold, whatever version of your font may or may not have. Things we can do is increase tracking, right? So remember we had the property letter spacing. So if I said 10, I don't know what units it's in because it's definitely not in pixels, because that's not 10 pixels right there. We could set the leading, right? So that's the distance between two lines of type. So this really helps. Oh, so notice when I go above that, you know, that it hides it. So I'll just bring that up. And so we could change this to say, right, that's really bad leading. You never want that. What else can we do? You could put space after. So this would be if I had two paragraphs in one text, it would put the distance between, that's like adding margin bottom to your paragraph or something similar. Right here we can set it's left aligned by default, but we could set it center. We can set it right aligned. This is just, you could switch between point and area text right here. If you needed to go, this is text transform right here, right? This is font variant. I never showed you this one, never use it anyhow. It's kind of garbage. Underline text, you're probably not going to need to strike through text. Once again, text has a fill, right? You can change its color, whatever you want. It doesn't really have a border. I guess we could put it on it. That's text shadow, technically, would be the property that you would set that with. I probably wouldn't use it. So if you want the text inside of a box, you're just going to have to draw another box with whatever color it is that you want your box to be, and obviously then use the arrange to bring, send backwards, right? Quick keys actually though are the command left and right brackets to make things go up and down. So that's the kind of thing you could do, right? So that's really all there is to say about text. It's pretty simple, not much else that you would need to know to do with text in Adobe XD for our purposes. Another quick append, I want to talk about bulleted lists. And you would think something made for the web would have a way to automatically create bulleted lists or even numbered lists, but for whatever reason, Adobe XD does not. So you'd actually, if you wanted to make a bullet, the correct way on a Mac to type a bullet is Option 8. And that will add a bullet, and then maybe you add some spaces right here to control your space. And you'd go through here, whoops, it's trying to add a period, because now anymore when you hit the space bar twice, things add periods. One thing you should be aware of when you have bullets that wrap around, right, it doesn't work that way so much. I mean, I guess you could do that if you learned list style position. But what I would just do is give it a return and then hit the space bar until I get there, right? So that I could set my text that way. And that is really just how to make bullets or even a number. You obviously could use numbers there.